The Stack, your source for Oracle news and comment. Here we don't just provide the news, we do our best to explain how it affects you and your enterprise. I'm your host, Monty Latchley, and let's get right to it. We're unpacking the month of July 2026, and there's much to unpack. I mean, it's Oracle. What do you expect? Today, we'll cover a bit of financial news, a major DoD press release, cybersecurity bulletins, and as usual, we'll close with the conference calendar. Yeah, July was a massive collision of events. We're basically looking at a historic stock correction that began in June, continued into July, a multi-billion-dollar Pentagon lifeline, and a huge ecosystem shakeup, all within 31 days. So let's unpack the crash first. Oracle stock plummeted over 55% from its peak in July. Wall Street dubbed it a CapEx correction because Oracle spent a staggering $55.7 billion on these AI data center buildouts, which, pushed their total debt up over $100 billion, which is a staggering number to wrap your head around. Now, keep in mind, they've still got over $600 billion in guaranteed business. But it's like buying a sprawling mega mansion on multiple credit cards before you've even listed your old house. The underlying mechanism driving that market panic was this sudden free cash flow deficit. Investors aren't just looking at the price tag of those AI data centers. They're looking at that lag time between building that data center and actually selling all that compute power. The market was essentially demanding to know how Oracle would survive that gap. Well, here comes the cavalry. The DoD, the Department of Defense, stepped in and threw a lifeline, signing a 10-year software contract worth up to $7 billion. The military swooped in right as investors were bailing. It perfectly validates this sovereign cloud capability right when Wall Street was panicking. And it wasn't just the financial bailout. The DoD deal validates Oracle's whole sovereign cloud strategy, meaning the data infrastructure is physically isolated and entirely subject to local jurisdiction. In this case, locked down for government eyes only. And having the Pentagon trust your hardware is the ultimate stamp of security approval. It proved to the market that these expensive new data centers already have highly reliable top-tier tenants ready to move in. So, ironically, Wall Street panicked about this massive debt, but that massive expensive infrastructure is exactly what the Pentagon was looking for. So let's take a closer look at the deal. It's widely reported that it's $7 billion over 10 years, but that's actually half of that. Actually, the number is $3.31 billion over a 5-year base with an additional 5-year option. And yeah, you add it all up. If it's fully executed, you get the $7 billion 10-year number that's reported. And I don't think anyone at HQ is all too worried about it not getting fully executed. So how does this deal compare with the recent deal the DoD signed with Dell and Microsoft? Funny you should ask. They're both part of the Pentagon's massive 2026 consolidation push. Both seeks to end fragmented agency-by-agency software buying and intends to save hundreds of millions in taxpayer funds. The Oracle deal is rumored to save over $440 million over the 10 years, while the Dell-Microsoft deal is projected to save $2.1 billion over just 5 years. The Oracle deal hardens the literal databases and on-prem structural frameworks, while the Dell-Microsoft deal focuses mainly on Microsoft 365 Cloud and Azure Hybrid Cloud, and on unclassified and cloud-level warfighter collaboration tools. We'll be right back. If you're ready to spark bold ideas and supercharge your leadership journey, it's time to tune in to Lightning Leadership. This is the podcast that delivers electrifying insights in powerful, bite-sized episodes perfect for leaders like you. Join my friend and host Teresa Conroy Roth, a dynamic leadership expert and motivational speaker, as she sits down with trailblazers from every corner of business, innovation, and social change. Each conversation is fast, focused, and packed with strategies you can put to work immediately. You'll get quick, actionable tips Fresh perspectives from diverse leaders and inspiring stories of resilience and breakthrough moments. Plus, Lightning Leadership brings you interactive elements like listener questions, live sessions, and exclusive bonus content to keep you plugged in and growing. Great leaders don't wait for change, they spark it. So if you're ready to ignite your full potential, do like I did. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Lightning Leadership today. We're back. This month's critical security patch update was a record 1,449 security patches across 32 product families and 334 individual products. Now, Oracle will tell you of those 1,449 patches, the large majority, around 86%, address vulnerabilities in third-party open source components bundled inside Oracle products, not flaws in Oracle's own code. But I'll ask you, does that really matter? I mean, Oracle's name's on the outside of the box, right? Now, eBusiness has the dubious honor of being the winner. 410 patches, about 28% of the total. Now, I want to single out one CVE in particular, CVE 2026-61211. And that's from the database. Actually, it is a severity 9.9. It's located in our DBMS cloud package. Oracle's own advisory describes it as easily exploitable by low-privileged attacker with exec privilege on DBMS cloud package and network access via OracleNet, with the potential to fully compromise the database. Now, what does that mean? It means if your DBA has granted exec privs on the DBMS cloud package more broadly than is necessary, which is not unheard of, but is not best practice, then this is worth auditing immediately. Worst of all, there was a PeopleSoft 0-day vulnerability last month. 0-day means attackers found it before anyone else did, and extortion groups were already exploiting it in the wild to ransom corporate networks. So to everyone listening, applying these patches isn't just recommendation. It isn't just something to do when you get around to it. It is an absolute emergency. You have to lock the doors immediately before someone just walks right in. So it doesn't sound like a successful month to me. It sounds like Oracle is under siege, and it is under siege, but by AI. What's happening behind the scenes is AI is discovering these vulnerabilities at a pace that we've never seen before. It's basically weaponizing these vulnerability discoveries, and it's forcing Oracle's hand. And that's the reason that they went to this monthly cadence away from the quarterly cadence, because the old quarterly system just wasn't fast enough anymore. It's like trying to bail water out of a sinking boat with a thimble. It just wasn't going to work. Let's move on to product updates. The significant Oracle product update from July 2026 focused heavily on expanding autonomous AI capabilities within the Oracle Cloud infrastructure, upgrading the Oracle Cloud infrastructure, and streamlining enterprise database services. But for me, the biggest news coming out of July, and they waited right until the end of the month, was Oracle and Google Cloud announced a massive expansion of their strategic partnership, shifting from basic cloud co-location to deeply embedding Google's Gemini large language models into Oracle's core global enterprise software suite. Following the announcement, Oracle stock surged nearly 8%. Boy, did it need to. Wall Street was giddy. The expanded partnership focused on three primary pillars. Number one, building multimodal AI agents in Oracle Agent Studio. Number two, natively embedding Gemini in Fusion apps and NetSuite. And number three, deep security infrastructure updates. You can find complete details on these and other product updates on the Oracle site. Finally, have you registered for Oracle AI World yet? It's going to be here before you know it. Here are the key upcoming dates. September 21st, that's the early bird pricing end date, at which time the price goes up by $400 to $23.99. I don't know about you, but that's significant enough for me to register before that date. Now, as an added perk, every registered attendee, whether you signed up early or during standard registration, receives the Oracle AI World 2026 complimentary training and certification benefit. Now, that includes access to a single Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Learning subscription, a single Cloud Application Learning subscription, and up to 3 Oracle Certification Program exam attempts through Oracle University up until the end of December 2026. Now, that's significant. That adds up to a $5,000 benefit. So run, don't walk to present that to your manager. You just justified your attendance to AI World right there. So that'll do it for this month. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you to Teresa and Lightning Leadership for sponsoring this month. Before I go, I want to leave you with a single question. Do you believe the $7 billion Department of Defense contract we discussed earlier is going to be enough to float Oracle's $100 billion debt until that massive $600 billion contract backlog finally turns into actual realized cash in the bank? Or is this all one big data center house of cards? I'm Monty Latchley, and we'll see you next month on The Stack.